Hi, my name's Tom. I live in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. I've been a resident here for over the last 20 years. I recently had some severe damage done to my home and called on Chad Christopher of Nor'easter Exteriors to do the repair work for me. It's probably one of the worst storms that I can remember that we've had in this area, and since I've been down here. We had two huge oak trees come down on the back of my house. One of them took out my chimney, sent bricks through the skylights into my family room, sent bricks through an upstairs bedroom, took out a back window, took out the skylights, took out a good portion of the top of my chimney, and came to rest on the back of my house, sent branches through the attic and out the side of the house. And then a couple hours later, a second huge tree came down, took out my deck, hot tub, a good portion of my garage roof. So I had a mess on my hands. I also had another couple of trees come down across the side of the driveway and did some minor damage to that side of the house. I live in a wooded area here. This is not the first time this kind of thing has happened here, but it's the worst as far as I know. My neighbor out the back actually had it happen to him a couple of years ago, and I knew that. So I went around the corner that day and I knocked on his door and I said, who do I call? And he gave me the name of a tree guy. He gave me Chad's name. I called them both immediately that morning, as well as my insurance company. And by 3 o'clock that afternoon, with all the mess that was going on, I had a call from Chad, and he came out. I was shocked that I could get anybody to come out with the mess that we had going on that day. So he wound up working with the tree contractor to button up the house, get the worst of the damage taken care of, so that I didn't have any weather coming in. And so then it's a matter of working with the insurance company and getting all that taken care of. But Chad was pretty much with us every step of the way, as far as making sure that the house was secure, and then working with the insurance company to assess the damage and agree on what repairs needed to be done, and come to a consensus with the insurance company as to what the cost would be and what he'd get reimbursed for. So that process, with the amount of damage that we had, took a little while, but I thought it went very well, and he worked very well with the insurance company. Working with Chad was very easy. The size of the amount of damage that we had done here and the size of the claim was very large, and there were a lot of complications with the mortgage company, getting some of the payments processed and things. And Chad was very agreeable, working with us not only on figuring out what needed to be done, but also on kind of keeping the process moving, even though we may have had some difficulties with some of the other partners. So that helped a lot in terms of getting the recovery done. But Chad's work ethic, his attitude toward doing the repairs was always one of, he wanted to make sure that we were happy with the work, and that was always most important to him. There were some points where we looked at the work that was coming together and we said, it wasn't quite what we envisioned it would be, and it stopped. And we said, okay, he said, we'll take a step back, we'll redo what needs to be done, and we'll make it right. So in the end, there wasn't a thing that we could say, well, this wasn't the way we envisioned it coming out, because Chad had one of the things that was very important to him was making sure that we were happy with the work.